Hello, everyone. It's the schizomanic Hira. Hira. Bakana Hira Academia. Alright, I'm gonna stop. So hey, what's up guys? How you guys doing today? Hope you're having a good Saturday. Anywho, so My Hero Academia Season 2, Episode 1 came out today. Start of the new season of anime. I think Attack on Titan Episode 1 of Season 2 is out too. Apparently they come out in the morning, which is great for me because that means when I wake up, the first thing I wake up to is new anime, not Attack on Titan Season 2. I can give a fuck less about Attack on Titan Season 2. Whatever. Anyways, so if it came out and you're like, oh, we're gonna do an episode review, no. Now, if you guys remember, I think last year, around the time Season 1 ended, I made a video talking about Season 2. And it was a discussion because remember, the teaser image that we saw for Season 2, the first animated teaser image, was an image of a character who doesn't get fully featured introduced until the arc after the first arc of Season 2. Now, the sports festival arc that we're going to be dealing with in the majority of this season takes up probably almost all of this season. All right, so there's no reason that you would even want to show off this character. I mean, he is minorly shown in those he is minorly shown in this arc, but he's not fully introduced until the arc after. So my question was, well, why would they choose that as the teaser image? And then this week's episode, just talking about something that happened at the beginning of it, which is, by the way, filler. It's not, I don't think it's in the manga, or if it is, I don't remember it being in the manga, of a sequence of All Might sending a letter to his teacher talking about him and Deku and things that have happened so far to him. And you're sitting there going, well, that's curious. Why would you put that at the beginning of Season 2? Especially considering this entire arc has nothing to do with his teacher. And then you're like, wait a minute. For those who don't know, his teacher is shown later on in the manga. But it's not this arc that he's shown. So this, on top of the whole hero killer being shown as a teaser for Season 2 back last year, it brings me to one conclusion. Season 2 ain't gonna be no 13 episodes, bruh. Also, considering that this episode only covers one chapter, Season 2 ain't gonna be no 13 episode, bruh. Season 2 is probably gonna be closer to 26. The question is how far they're gonna go. Are they just gonna do the next 2 arcs or what? I'm hoping, and which gets me to the main point of discussion, we also know that Gintama is ending soon. I think the manga is ending, therefore the anime is ending soon. And I would say Gintama is probably the hallmark of the way I would like any long-running Shonen Jump anime to be adapted. Where Gintama will animate a full arc, take a hiatus, come back to do another arc, take a hiatus, come back to do another arc, take a hiatus, and it's fucking beautiful because the episodes and the arcs are concisely told. There's no time constraints because they're just doing that arc and then they're taking another break to allow the manga not only to go ahead further, but to give them time to animate a new arc, which is beautiful. It's fucking great. Toei takes some goddamn notes. So the first things first, the first part of this video was just acknowledging that Season 2 will probably be longer than Season 1. There ain't no way, well, all these little subtle hints to future arcs, it don't make no sense for them to just do the sports festival. Especially considering the sports festival only bring them to around like chapter, I want to say 40 or 50 in a manga that has over 120 something chapters right now. You could easily do 2 arcs and be perfectly fine. But what I'm hoping they're doing is I'm hoping they're just animating these arcs, and then they're gonna do what they did and do what they're doing with what they do with Gintama. Take a break, come back, especially because it's Bones. And Bones isn't known for doing like ridiculously long-running series, especially not ongoing series. Bones usually, I mean, Hunter x Hunter was already kind of like weird for them to do. So my thought process is, hey, why not do what Gintama does? Animate like an arc or 2, take a break, animate another arc or 2, take a break, and we'll be good. Because think about it. I went back and looked at my old video. My old video, I said there were 96 chapters at that time of that video, which I think was like June. It was like June of last year. Near the end of, well, was it June? Well, actually, it would have been because the spring season would have been April, May, yeah, June. So it would have been June. That means in the course between June and now, we're at 123, I think, 123. So that means they jumped up about 27 chapters in the course of about a year, actually, or a little bit under a year. Meaning we could easily be at like, well, we're probably more than 27 chapters ahead, because remember, chapters are still coming out as the anime is coming out. So it'll probably be like 30 something chapters. We'll probably be like at 150 by the time, if the manga's adapting the arcs, I think it is. The manga will probably, the anime will probably end somewhere around like chapter 47, like around the 50s and 60s maybe. I'm thinking probably the 50s, meaning it will only be like halfway through, and the manga will probably be at least near 130. It will probably be around 140, I would guess. Well, if it's a chapter a week and you do, it'll probably be around 140 by the time the anime, the second season ends. And that depends on how far it goes. Because if it goes the extra 13 episodes or so, that also means it'll probably last until the end of the fall season. So that actually means that we'll be watching Boku no Hero for like the rest of this year. Because 13 episodes get you to June. And then the next 13 will probably get you July, August, September. So we might be watching it at least near the end of this year, like up until like fall of this year. No, because that'd be the summer season. So we essentially would go through all the spring and summer season. I'm sorry. Apparently, I don't know my fucking seasons. I apologize. I can't be fucking trusted. The point I'm trying to make is that I hope that it takes the Gintama route, takes breaks in between arcs. That way, allows that also means the My Hero Academia will be one of the few Shonen Jump series that have almost a flawless adaptation. The only aggravation I have with Boku no Heroes Academia's anime adaptation is that, for one, there's filler in the beginning. At least for the second season, there's a little bit of filler, and then the first season they drag out a chapter for 2 episodes. But if they cut they usually cut the bullshit from that point forward. Like the rest of season 1 was great, and I'm hoping the rest of season 2 was great after this, especially because the next episode looks like it's hinting at the next 2 chapters, hinting at the next 2 chapters that follow it in the manga, hoping going back to the whole 2 chapters per episode thing. It also brings up a question: why only do 1 chapter this episode if you know you can do 2 chapters per episode? Well, the reason might be is that this anime is not going to be 13 episodes. Now, whether it'll be 26, I don't know. I'm thinking 13. I'm thinking over 13, and so that's great, because those are arcs that I think people would like to see animated. Although the arc that I care about the most doesn't happen until after all that. But considering what it leads into, if they do like 2 arcs per season instead of just 1, that'd be fucking great. That would be great, especially because I like those 2 arcs. I like those next 2 arcs anyway. So I'm hoping we get to the end of the summer season and Boku no Hero's done 2 arcs, and then ideally it takes a break until next April, and then it comes back and does the next 2 arcs. And hopefully we will be in GOAT tier. We'll be GOAT tier, because I would love. Boku no Hero is one of those series that I think really deserves a good adaptation, and so far has gotten one. And I don't want them to do any filler bullshit, at least not any more than they already have been with the stupid openings of both seasons being either drug out or fillerified. So yeah, but please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Are you looking forward to this season? What have you thought about the new opening and ending? I kind of like how the opening is not as hype as I thought they were gonna go with it, but the ending is all for the girls. And I can't think of it. I know there are animes that have done that for Shonen Jump series, and I remember watching them, and I can't think of them at the top of my head right now. But hey, man, all the ladies of Boku no Hero, well, all the student ladies, because they don't feature in the teachers of the other heroes. Get more ladies into this bitch. She's beautiful, especially considering some of them do some shit this particular arc. So, woo! Adaptation's looking pretty good so far. I'm enjoying the music. It gave me my old chills back. The whole smash is great. It's great. But please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. This has been Schizomanic. Life's a game. Play to win. And I will catch you guys later. Peace. Oh.